you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Bearcats will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Wallace. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield is Simmons. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. From the gun. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. 2nd and goal for this offense. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Cincinnati, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Cincinnati's offense will have its first possession of the game. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but, David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
The short hands, it's Jennings. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. To the air, it's Sorsby. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's Royer. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Gonna run it. It's Walker. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and long.
Third down coming up.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Ole Miss. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Looking to throw at Sorsby. Snagged out of the air. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a grab on the shot. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to throw again. Safe completion on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now they'll try the right side. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Dropping back, it's Simmons. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. He wants to start this drive with a pass. That pass is incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. The hand to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a third and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete on third down. The Bearcats will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll give it to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. With the catch, it's Taylor.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They boot it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion. Gonna run it. It's Walker. Runs through the tackle. Let's take a minute and talk about Cincinnati. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go to the ground. Ran through the contact. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Got it, looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Jennings.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Quarterback keeper. Fighting off the defender. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Bearcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. He's got an open man. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bearcats!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, I believe someone calls it the Conference of Champions. Pac-12 action today. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Eastern Michigan. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Caught near the sticks. It's Haas. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Trying to turn the corner on the jet sweep. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Looking to pass. It's Simmons. Under fire. Turning it on. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Quick step and go. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Maybe they won't give in and just pass it here. 3rd and goal from the 4 and 3 tight ends on the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now have got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off, and this opportunity to put something on the board there.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. On the run, it's Walker. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Leaves it with the back. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And the quick shuffle pass. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Dropping back, it's Simmons. On the run, fires downfield. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Trying to beat them to the edge with the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. You can't give up a sack there.
The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's dribbling. And he's knocked down. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's dribbling. Makes the grab, defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. They go to the draw. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Back to the ground with the running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Walker. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock.
First and 10.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Deep shot for the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Caldwell. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Bearcats in the hurry up. To the air on first down. Got his man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They go to the ground. Running into the open space. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. They'll give it to him again. Creates a little room. Got enough for the first. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Looking for space. It's Walker. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. He'll sneak it. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there. And this field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy. He'll bring it out. It's Lacey.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Quickly to the tight end. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker, it's Jennings. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Royer. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leaves on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by just 1 over Eastern Michigan. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Simmons. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Got his man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Rebels have their offense in high gear. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win.
There he goes. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Bringing the heat. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. To the ground with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. To the air, it's Sorsby. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lee. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Got it in the middle. It's Stribling. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Rebels will hustle to the line. This time they'll go to the running game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Fires complete on the slant. Oh, he's getting ahead. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. quickly out to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. A third down try for the offense. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Breaks into the open. He's now up to 71 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bearcats getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. To throw, it's Sorsby. It's complete to the right. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion.
Cincinnati, 25.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Got a man, it's dribbling. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels are in the hurry-up.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Finds a man in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looking to throw again. The short hands, it's Wallace. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Gets rid of it. Wide out trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock. Didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Taylor has it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 15 over Eastern Michigan. We'll keep you posted on a Pac-12 showdown that, not surprisingly, guys, is already trending.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. The Bearcats send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The give is to Taylor. Turning it on!
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back, he's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Barry. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's dribbling. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. To the air, it's Simmons. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Anderson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Jennings.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Makes the grab. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
The Bearcats want to pick up the tempo.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Guys, let's chat a minute about Cincinnati. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll try the left side. Steamrolls his way ahead. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. And the Bearcats are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Scanning the field, it's Sorsby. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the offense did their part. They're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying the left side. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Diggs. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll take a knee.
This offense did what they needed to do. They knew it was going to be tough, having to deal with the noise here on the road. Job well done.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.